Habitats. Habitats. The place in which a plant or animal lives is called its habitat. The habitat must have everything that a living thing needs in order for it to survive. We have different types of habitats. First, we have the desert. We also have the Arctic, which is the North Pole. Ponds are also habitats to many plants and animals. In addition, we also find the seashore as well as the sea itself and other water environments like rivers. The woodlands, and finally, meadows. A community of organisms, which is a group of different populations of living things, which include animals, plants, and decomposers, will interact with each other in the surrounding, and that is the habitat. What should habitats provide for these populations? What animals need from their habitat? First of all, animals need food and water. The food is either going to be plants or other animals. These animals are going to be consumers of their food. Animals will also need shelter. Shelters provide protection for these animals. They will also need mates for reproduction. They cannot live in their habitats without mates. Of course, they will also need oxygen from the air to breathe. As for plants, they also need things from their habitats. The first thing they need is sunlight. This allows plants to carry photosynthesis and make their own food. That way, plants make sugars, proteins, and lipids for themselves. Plants also need water for photosynthesis. Carbon dioxide, which is found in the air, is also important for plants to carry photosynthesis. Plants need water from the soil, carbon dioxide from the air, to make organic materials in the presence of sunlight. We called animals consumers since they eat their food that already exists. As for plants, we will call them producers since they produce their own food and then consume it. Plants also need minerals from the soil. Mineral ions are needed for plants to be able to grow and to reproduce. An important note is that not every habitat works for every plant or animal. Organisms must be adapted to their habitats. This means they must have certain traits that allow them to live in their habitats safely, while being in balance with other organisms that share the same habitat. For example, to survive in the Arctic, a polar bear has a thick hairy coat and a layer of blubber or fat to prevent heat from escaping its body and to keep itself warm. It also has white fur for camouflage. The white fur will help the bear blend in with the white snow and not be seen by predators. The polar bear is also a strong swimmer and a strong runner, which allows it to catch its prey and eat it, no matter how fast the prey is. It also has big feet in comparison to its body so that it can balance and spread its weight well and not fall over in the snow or the ice. Now let's take the example of a plant. For a cactus to survive in the desert, it has long roots so it can absorb water that is very deep underground. It also has a thick, fleshy stem with a thick, waxy coating to prevent water inside the stem from evaporating in the very high temperatures. It has sharp spines to protect itself from herbivores which will want to eat it. So now we have seen the different types of habitats and what they provide for the plants and animals that live in them, as well as how these organisms adapt to their habitats.